guys, so today I want to film a video of my application of all makeup from a single brand, and today we're going to be doing something really budget, which is Wet n Wild makeup. The whole face will be Wet n Wild, and I'll show you how it fares. I tend to go for everyday sort of natural makeup. I don't have tons to cover, like one thing to cover today, but I'll show you how it looks like. I can't say that I love everything at all, but it is possible to achieve a wearable look with budget makeup. I can't say it's my favorite makeup items ever, and that's what I would prefer to gravitate towards, but it's doable, and I'll show you what I'm doing. So I'm going to take one of these correction sticks, makeup sticks. I love cream products, so I decided to try a few cream products from Wet n Wild. And I mean, it's not I'm gonna use it as a stick makeup today. It's not a very natural look, I have to say. This is a single layer. I'm gonna buff it in with a brush. There's tons of silicone, so it does spread out very well, but this is the kind of makeup that'll move on you. I don't think it doesn't set, and it's not going to look like it's not going to stay looking satin like it applies for the rest of the day, but it does blend out okay. Actually blends out pretty well. This stick has no smell, which is really lovely, but I feel like different ones, because they have a whole line of them, different ones will be different, so not all of them will be scent free. This one is the makeup stick. Mine is, by the way, in the color 808 Nude for Thought. It matches me pretty well, I would say. So you get this sort of satin, actually rather dewy finish, and the coverage is sheer to very light. I'm gonna add a little bit more coverage under the eyes, but not going too far from the center of the face. The stick is really creamy. I think for dry skin, this is not going to be a problem. So it's just the right amount of creaminess, and it's going to work okay. Although I have to say, even with my dry skin, this stick gets pretty shiny by the end of the day. But I think for oily skin, forget it. This is not a product for oily skin. I don't think it's going to flatter your skin type. It does have a propensity to collect in the little pores. It doesn't look the smoothest, but it doesn't look bad, and from farther away it looks pretty good. But you know, those polka dot pores, it won't smooth them out. It'll collect right in them, sink right in them. So again, porous skin, this is not going to be for you. I'm pretty happy with that, so I'm gonna leave it at that. Next, I'm taking the makeup stick, so the same thing in the contour color. This is correction color, and this is contour. I'll show you how it works. I think this is actually a nicer product as a contour rather than as a makeup stick. So I'm going to go ahead and do not so much contouring as bronzing, because I don't think this is a really great contour color. This is an 804A Oaks on You. I actually like how it blends out. Again, I don't think this is going to stay on you a super long time. So I put it sort of in the bronze, sort of in the contour area, and I blow it out with a brush to where it's a bronzer, really. It blends out pretty well. There's a bit of slip to the stick, and you can see that the color payoff is actually pretty good. I try to apply a little bit at a time because it is quite pigmented. The first time I applied it, I definitely over applied because I'm used to my Chanel Soleil de Chanel bronzer, and it blends out into nothing. It's really lovely. This one requires a little bit more work, but it still looks really good, I think. I will probably continue to use this product in the future, just because of the pure convenience, because these cream contours in stick form are easier to use than they are in I'm gonna add a little bit under my chin. They're easier to use in stick form than they are in pot form, obviously. So this is actually very nice. This one I like more than the makeup stick. And even on my dry skin, look how much shine I'm getting. This is a must powder foundation. I think on oily skin it'd be a bit of a nightmare. And I'm going to get my, you see, it gives you quite a bit of pigmentation. I'm gonna get my forehead and leave it at that. So I mean, it looks really nice, I think, and it blends out pretty well. It looks natural on skin, looks more natural than the correction stick does, for sure. And as for this one, it doesn't really have much smell either to it. The one that kind of stinks, and I don't know why, because it's new, and I bought two, and both of them have a little bit of a funkier smell, like burnt crayon smell almost. I went ahead and used it. It didn't seem to have bothered my skin, although I have sensitive skin, so I'm assuming it's supposed to be like that, which is weird because the other ones aren't. And this is Blush Stick Floral Majority. Really nice blush product. Kind of reminds me of the NYC blush sticks, if you remember those when they were around. Again, blends out really nicely. It doesn't give you like a scary amount of color payoff, which I like, you know, for paler skin. I would go for something brighter than this color for darker skin because it's just not going to show up very well. But for me, this is a good enough amount of color. Actually, I prefer products that are not ultra pigmented because otherwise they're just a nightmare to blend. So I'm actually giving myself quite a bit of a blush today to give you an idea of the color and to give you an idea of the application. So this is actually quite good, and for traveling I think this will be really nice because it is a easy to apply product. Don't have to use a brush for that at all. And you can build it. As you can see, I'm adding a little bit at a time, and then I'm blending. And I went across my nose too to give me some color there. So I actually enjoy this. I think I enjoy the contour stick better. Then go with the brows. This little pencil is called Color Icon, Wet n Wild Color Icon Brow Pencil. In my color is 621 Blonde Moments, and that's not really the right color for me, but I'm going to show it to you anyway. It's kind of a creamy brow product, more creamier than what I like, so I don't think this is going to be my new favorite or anything like that. And I think I really miscalculated the color. It's a little bit too warm for me. The blonde one is a little warm. It's not a bad product though. It's a little bit too creamy for a brow pencil. I'm confused why they didn't make it waxier, because if I was formulating it, I would. Most people like waxier brow products, something not so creamy. I mean, it holds on the brows okay, since it's a creamy product, and there's a spoolie on the back, which is quite okay. I sharpened it once. You don't really get a lot of product, I have to say also. So for me, this is probably a pass because the texture is not perfect for a brow product. The spoolie is pretty okay, actually. Look at that. There's a piece of glue stuck to the spoolie. Yeah, I take it back. The quality of the pencil is not really my favorite, so I would pass on that, but it works, and I mean, it stays fine, and it'll do for today. I don't think I'll be using it up because it's just, I'm just not a huge fan. This one, however, is pretty good. This is Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Mascara. This is a gel mascara. I got it in Nothing But Brunette. It doesn't really deposit much color. This is actually my color, so yay me for picking up at least one brow product that is good. And it holds your brows in place pretty well. It deposits a very small amount of color, so I think if you want a defined brow, you'll have to do something else. It's not like a my Browsing or by Clinique or like Benefit brow gel with fibers. This is really jelly, not thick at all. It deposits a small amount of fibers, but I actually like the product. It's good. I can't complain. It's a good basic product, so this one is a thumbs up for me. Next, I'd like to do the eyes. So I'm going to take this guy, which I actually really like. This is Ultimate Brow Highlighter. And it's like this light pink pencil. I think will work for fair skins. For dark skins, you'll have to find another color because this is going to look weird. But for fair skin, especially with cooler undertones, this is a really good color. So for me, it is a good color because I'm neutral to cool. And I am going to deposit some of this color under my brow. It really brightens very nicely, as you can tell. Very, very pretty color, and the creamy pencil texture. It's not like a waterproof pencil that is going to stay on your eyes, but it really blends out so easily with just the tip of my finger. And you can see I'm going to brighten in the corners, and it does a good job, and it's really, really easy. So this one is actually a huge thumbs up for me. If you're into using this kind of a highlighting pencil on your skin, then I think you're going to really like that one. I think it's no worse than any high-end alternative. They are all kind of the same. So here I would save my money and go for the Wet n Wild because it's pretty decent. Again, this is a creamy pencil that is not going to give you a ton of longevity. But if you don't apply it to places where it's gonna rub off, it's gonna be fine. I want a matte look today on my skin, on my eyes, so I'm going to take one of my favorites. I love this thing. This is fantastic. This is Wet n Wild Color Icon Eyeshadow Palette, the Quint, so the 5 colors. And this one has a lot of mattes. There's a satin color here, and there's a shimmery matte color really here. So I'm going to go into the base color, this pale yellow, and I'm going to throw it onto my lid on places where I didn't highlight. So this is going to be my base, but you see I'm keeping still the pink highlighter at the top of the brow, or at the bottom of the brow, at the top of the immobile brow bone. So really nicely fluffing it on, easy. Lovely, slightly powdery shadow, but for the price, the quality is unbelievable. Then I'm going to take another brush. I'm actually going to go ahead and take the brow bone color, which is the light, slightly satin color, and I'm gonna put it on the mobile eyelid just to make it nice and bright. And there we go. And now I'm going to go ahead and take a fluffy brush and take this satin color and sort of mix it in with this this taupe and this brown. Mix it in together, tap it off because it is powdery. Like I said, for the money, the quality is amazing, but it's not like it's the most amazing eyeshadow I've ever used. It's just really, really great for the price. I'm gonna throw it into the crease. Very, very haphazardly because I'm gonna blend later. This is just to deposit the color. So just in the corner and in the crease. My favorite way to apply. And a little bit under as well. So I fluffed it on. It's quite a rough application, as you can see. So now I'm going to blend. I'm kind of done with this one for now. I'm going to go ahead and take my blending fluffy brush and give it a good swish around the edges to blend the color in nicely. And as you can see, it blends in very, very easily. And I do the same on the other side. Very natural look. So what I want to do now is line my eyes, and I'm going to take this dark matte brown in the middle and line with that. Again, very easy, creamy consistency. It is powdery, so always tap it because you see there's definitely fallout from the lighter colors on my cheeks because I didn't tap off as well for the lighter colors because I don't care as much as there's fallout because it's just going to blend right in. So I'm going to do a little bit of a smudgy line across the lash line. You can do a wing, you can wet your brush and do something a little bit more obvious. For me, this is what I like for my daily. So that's what I'm doing. And I really like the dark brown color. It's actually very flattering. I think it'll look good with any eye color. It's very nice. I love the Quint. I think, again, for the price, it's unbelievable. I like traveling with it because you do get a lot of basic colors. And actually, if it breaks or I drop it or whatever, something happens, I'm not so heartbroken because it's cheap and it's easy to find. So I can just replace it very easily. So this is the eye look. Very, very basic, but a couple bucks, just a few dollars. So perfect. I'm going to put some powder on because without powder, this is, even for my dry skin, looking a little too much. And what I'm going to use is this Wet n Wild pressed powder photo focus. And this reminds me a bit of the ambient lighting texture. It's really, really smooth, very finely milled, and it gives you quite a glow. I'm going to go ahead and apply it with the Kabuki brush. This is the one I'm really favoring recently. It's Elizabeth Arden one. And I'm going to go ahead and pick some up on the Kabuki and start patting it in. And I think with this powder, swiping is not what you want, because the best smoothing effect you can get, you're gonna get from patting. And it is quite smoothing on the skin. It looks a bit cakey. I think it's not the powder's fault though. I think I prefer the powder to the foundation. I think really what is the limiting factor for this looking quite natural is the foundation, and the powder is quite nice. But the fact that I have to apply quite a lot of powder, I never powder as much as I am right now, is because this foundation is just, it's glowy and I feel like it gets greasy very quickly. I'm not going to highlight today because this is going to get super glowy without me having to do anything, just in a couple of hours. So I don't want any extra highlighting happening. I'm just gonna powder everything so that it's stuck in place. This is not the makeup that is, you know, undetectable on your face. You definitely can see makeup. I mean, it looks like makeup. Not cakey heavy per se. It's a little bit heavier around my nostrils. I'm not completely in love with this makeup, but I think it looks good to the point where I can wear it no problem. But not my favorite makeup look. It's a little bit too made up for what I like, but it could be, and the coverage is not great at the same time, so it's kind of cakey without giving you the benefit of flawless. You can see that, you can pretty much see my freckles through it. The zit that I have over here is still visible. I don't mind. I'm just going to leave it as is. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes, and I don't usually, but with this mascara I actually have to, because this is the Mega Length Mascara by Wet n Wild. Kind of clumpy. I don't think it's lengthening. It's rather, and it drags down my lashes. That's why I'm going to curl. This is a Shumera curler, very classic basic curler, nothing to it. And I don't curl my lashes routinely because I don't have straight lashes. They're quite curly on their own. But with this mascara, I feel like maybe it'll be better if I curl. I haven't actually curled this before. I've worn it only once. And my lashes look straight after application, which is really weird for me. I did not expect that. So I'm going to go ahead and apply it. This is a skinny brush, but the formula is actually quite thick, and you'll be able to see it when I apply. Yeah, I definitely like it better with having curled the lashes. Let's see if it holds the curl throughout the day. I'll show you the makeup at the end of the day, because yesterday I wore it just as a test, and I mean, you get a pretty good effect, and actually it doesn't smudge around on me. So the mascara I like, but I do think you probably need to curl before applying. And we'll see if it holds the curl or if my lashes go like bang and continue to be straight, which is not usually the case. Again, I don't curl my lashes routinely. I don't have to. So this is definitely not my lashes, but the mascara. And what I like, oof, I got it in my eye and then blinked. That sucks. I'm gonna fix that in a second. What I do like is the fact that a single coat already is, I mean, pretty significant. You can see my lashes definitely. So this is a fast mascara, I think. But not so fast because then you have to prep by curling, so I'm not sure where the benefit is. I'm going to go ahead and clean up a little bit. So this is a single coat, pretty fast application, and I think results are pretty good. Not great, and my lashes are starting to get clumpy already, so I don't think this is a very buildable mascara. I can show you the second coat. As you can see, my lashes started dropping a bit already. It's a heavy mascara and it does not hold curl at all. But the second coat definitely makes them also more voluminous. I don't know why they called it length. It's pretty voluminizing mascara. It gives you some length, but not like outrageous amounts of length. Not like of the fluffy lashes that I like. However, this effect really looks pretty decent. So I'll take it. And the last thing I want to do is take this blush stick again. And I'm going to go ahead and give myself a lip flush. And this is actually pretty creamy, really quite creamy. So it lays on the lips really nicely. I kind of like it as a balm slash lipstick quite a bit. And the color that I picked works for both cheeks and lips. So pretty decent product, except the smell is a little bit weird. This is the kind of look you can get with the Wet n Wild makeup, and really the entire thing of all the products is about probably a little bit over 50 bucks altogether. So I mean, it's pretty impressive in terms of price. I usually pay 50 bucks for a single product. So this it looks pretty good, especially from a distance. I think it looks pretty and I think it's flattering. It doesn't wear the best, but it also doesn't cost as much as some of my other makeup costs. I'll try to show you at the end of the day what it ends up looking as, but otherwise it's a decent makeup look, and really, like, cream products are so easy to use. A lot of them can be just, I used the brush today, but a lot of them can be just used with your fingers. So very good quality makeup for the price. Not the best in my collection. I have much better quality makeup, but I kind of enjoy the look, and I think it's pretty. I think it's doable. I think you can do it with the Wet n Wild makeup if you want. And they have some products that are quite decent. I would probably pass on the foundation unless you are the kind of person who wants sheer coverage and wants to apply it like around your nose and under your eyes, and that's it. Because it's, I mean, if you have any kind of texture to your skin, this is going to be not good. I love the contour stick. I think this is really nice. I think the shadow selection needs to be improved, but it's not bad. I think it's a bronzer. It's not a contour stick. They call it a contour stick. I think it's rather like a contour slash bronzer. It's not cool enough for me to be a contour, but it's actually, it worked really well. Apart from the smell, the blush stick was really nice as well, and it lays really nicely over the lips, so it's a 2-in-1 for sure. Then the brown mascara is decent. I don't think it's anything super special, but given the price, I think it's worth getting because it's just cheap and I'm not too fussy with those mascaras. Highlighter, yes, really nice. Enjoyed it a lot. Always recommend the shadows. They're powdery. They're not the best sort of quality, but they are pigmented. They blend out well. They hold onto your eyelid a long time. So I think it's totally worth the money, and it's easy to use. You just have to always tap off the excess. Next, I'm not sure how I feel about the pressed powder. I think it's a little cakey if you do apply it for coverage. If you use it as a finishing powder, I think it would be quite nice. In a very sheer application, I think this will be very pretty on the skin. Will not give you a cake face, but you know, for me, having trying to set all of the stick, which is kind of greasy, this was not mattifying enough. But if I'm using it with other foundations, or just on its own as a sheer coverage, or just like an application of a glowy powder, I think it's nice. These two, I think although this builds well and holds well, this is a decent product again for the price. But to be honest with you, I think it makes my lashes look heavy. But it does stay okay on the lashes. So this is like a toss-up for me as well. And this just the wrong color and wrong consistency. So this one I didn't really like very much. That's it for today. I hope it was fun for you to watch me put on all Wet n Wild makeup. And this is the look that I came up with. I think it's pretty decent, and tell me what you think. Does that look okay to you? It looks all right to me. Not the best makeup ever, but it looks really nice, to the point where I'm okay wearing it. The only thing is that it does get quite greasy. I think it's the fault of this product, which I'm blaming for the greasiness, is the corrector stick. All right, that's it for today, guys. See you later. Bye-bye.